We have this idea for a sitcom.
Half hour. The Rikers in space, their wacky Uncle Data, their little dog Worf. Two of us on like the Titan,
on the
probably.
Titan. Being funny.
Yeah. And we're dead serious.
Yeah.
We're married.
We're married and...
we're carrying on the Prime Directive.
Yeah, basically.
Because Patrick's too...
old.
And he's...
Shakespearean.
Shakespearean. He's not doing a show anymore, so it's our show now.
Yeah, exactly.
So you figured Data comes? Will he come?
Data can come.
Worf?
Geordie.
Geordie.
We could have them all, really, except old Waldy.
Yeah.
Right.
But would they be regulars? No, they'd come in guests.
No, we couldn't afford them as regulars. Well, they haven't got any kids.
No.
Because she got married too late to have kids.
No, but we could adopt, like, alien kids from other planets. Yeah, don't you think we'd...
I don't want kids.
You want to have kids
I want a dog. I want a dog.
Oh, you and your freaking dog.
But then we'd have to act with kids.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have to work every day then. There'd be kid stories.
All right.
I mean, we don't want a kid like Urkel.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want a kid like Michael J. Fox in the old days from that show.
From Family Ties. The show will end with you playing the trombone every week.
Do ba ba do ba ba do da da ba da ba da ba ba ba.
Well, because if Kelsey...
And you'll be working on your hair. You'll be in the bathroom.
My hair.
Right.
Exactly.
It's a great idea.
All about the hair.
I like it.
Yeah.
Have you seen Galaxy Quest?
That's us, yeah.
That's Galaxy Quest.
There we are, Galaxy Quest.
And the going out and saving the planet, that's the Rikers in space.
That is exactly.
That's to bring the thread back.
So you know what? There it is. It's Star Trek meets Galaxy Quest.
Yes,
that's the way we pitch it to the studios.
That's a good idea.
We've got it planned.
It's a half hour, though. Isn't it a half hour?
Yeah, it's a half hour. Don't you want to see
there's an
it?
audience?
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, when the films hit, at the end of the series, Troy was involved with Worf.
What were you thinking?
Terrible. Please. Terrible choice. Anyway, so...
The skin alone.
I know, the teeth alone, really. But you think even stupid Klingons would have found dental floss by the 24th century, don't you? But anyway...
but he was strong.
He was, yeah. But I think it was roundabout... Was it First Contact? It was... No, because
we didn't have much to do.
We didn't have much to do. We were drunk.
We were the great drunk scene in First Contact, but that was really you and Cromwell. We were assigned together at First Contact, but there was not much romance.
No, there wasn't many romance until
then there was this wonderful hot tub scene, Insurrection.
It was the youthful energy coming up from the planet in Insurrection that kind of got our juices flowing again.
Right.
That kind of regenerated the relationship. And then obviously, and the fans always loved it. And
then we pitched that we get married.
Yeah, we wanted to get married.
We always wanted to have the characters get married, and they scoffed at us. And then we got the script to Nemesis.
They said. Pshaw, yeah.
Then we got the script to Nemesis, and there in the front end, at least in the original script, was plenty of us getting married.
Yeah, there was.
And then in the film itself...
Mind you, considering it was our wedding, old Baldy never stopped yakking, did he, really? And it was our... Would never shut up. Brent sang, you played trombone. We danced.
Patrick.
And I danced with Patrick. We shot a lot of wedding that didn't end up on the screen.
One of my favorite memories with my two wives was in London at Chutney Mary's.
Right. We went to dinner.
I went to dinner. Marina and my wife, Jeannie, are friends as well as Marina and I being friends and my wife and I being friends. So it's an interesting triangle. So we were at dinner at this Indian restaurant in London. I was privileged to be with the two most beautiful women in the restaurant, and
it was slow night.
Everybody got recognized, and it was a great cross, art imitating life, imitating art, imitating life.
Oh,
it was a big thing. We're not the only ones there. There was that famous guy from John Lithgow was there.
John Lithgow was there. Actually, I have to tell you a story. At a convention recently.
You do the conventions?
Yes. I had a picture of you and I together, the wedding picture, you and I together.
As we just referenced.
And a fan, who obviously wasn't a big Star Trek fan, came up, just wandering around, and she pointed to you and she said, I know who that is.
Mr. Jeannie Francis.
That's Jeannie Francis's husband.
My biggest credit.
Yeah.
And best credit.
Yeah.
As ship's counselor, I recommend you get some sleep.
Some honeymoon.
We are friends. You know what? We all hit it off immediately.
Yeah.
Of course, like any family, there were, I remember having a little argument with one of the cast one time. I'd upset Dorney a lot. and I'd have to grovel and apologize because he's so sensitive. But generally, we got on like, and considering
Well, it changed all of our
20
lives
years
at the
later,
same time.
we're all, yeah, exactly.
That was part of it.
Yeah, we all went through it together.
To family.
I know a lot of people think that because we were so close, and we were, and it's not BS, we really were close. And if we went to parties, by the end of the evening, we would always be in a group in a corner with our backs to everybody else.
Much to our partner's chagrin.
Yeah, excluding everybody apart from the cast, you know. And so we were very close and very cliquey.
And very protective of
And
each
very
other.
protective of each other. And I think there was a little concern that possibly guest stars coming in would feel excluded, but it actually was the opposite. We kind of, as long as they could join in the fun, you know.
There was a tone on our set
there was
that
a
you
tone.
either got or you didn't.
Yeah, if you didn't get it, you probably would be miserable.
We did send one director screaming into the night.
Yes, who refused to ever come back because we were too rowdy. Because what we loved the best was the days that were the days when we were all together. So the days on the bridge and the days in observation when there were a lot of us together.
And those are the days that the director hated the most.
Yeah, because we were just awful.
It was like herding cats. Really, wasn't it?
Where's Marina? She's doing a lip sync. 20 minutes later.
No, but even when we were all together on the bridge, and we're waiting to roll, and we're sitting in our chairs.
I know. I know.
Yak, 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 yak. They're rolling. I know they're rolling. Let them call action.
Roll. When they call action, we'll stop talking, yeah.
Don't worry, number one. We'll still have you to bed, Ed, with plenty of time to spare.
Thank you, sir.
Where we will all honor the Betazoid tradition. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be in the gym.
It was on in 120 countries. Mm-hmm. So
the second biggest convention in the world is still in Bonn, Germany.
Germany.
Which is a
huge.
Spectacular convention.
It's like, when we go to that convention, we're the Beatles.
Yeah.
I mean, really,
and it's all weekend. It's still wild, even in 2008.
Yeah, and considering our show's been off the air for,
15
years? And they're still screaming our names, you know. It's absolutely amazing.
It's amazing that these
It's
conventions
the only
still
place
exist.
in the world where I am actually top of the bill ahead of Brent Spiner. She's big in Germany. Try. The best question I was ever asked, you can't top this. Okay, the best question ever. Miss Sirtis, why is it that all the aliens on your show are humanoid in shape? To which I responded, well, when we start auditioning actors who aren't humanoid in shape, that will change.
Very clever. Very clever.
They have incredible mental discipline, clarity of perception.
I did feel a certain sense of responsibility from being in Star Trek. Someone said to me, it's like, you know, being in Star Trek, first of all, you immediately become a part of, like, pop culture.
Right.
And then because, you know, a lot of kids watch it, there is that element of, oh, I don't want to be reading about myself in the National Enquirer every week, you know. And also, someone said to me, a musician said to me, you know, being asked to be on Star Trek is like a musician being asked to join the Rolling Stones. You know, it's huge. And I think that that's the part that I find it the hardest to get my head around, is the fact that we're part of this thing that will existed way before we came along and will exist way after we're gone.
I see that always as a blessing, though.
It is a blessing, but it's not something that I have to remind myself of it, I think is what I'm saying. It's not something that I carry around with me.
I was saying earlier how fortunate, given some of the bad TV I've done,
right.
I don't know about you,
hello.
that this is the show that, you know, the first line of our eulogy is, you do her best as Troy.
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
There's a lot to be said for being in the right place at the right time and nailing this job.
Yeah.
My Mzadi.
My Zimbabwe.